Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Neil and today I'm going to share an unboxing experience with you guys because I have down here the new Hotone Ampero Mini. Okay guys, so first of all, just a bit about Hotone and my experience with Hotone in the past. I'll try and be as brief as possible so we can get into the product. Basically, the first time I'd ever heard of Hotone was many years ago now, you know, 10, 15, 20 years ago, something like that. And my rhythm guitarist turned up to rehearsal with an amp that was about this big. It was like a mini version of a rectifier. At first, when I saw the damn thing, I didn't think that was going to be able to power a cab in a million years. The guitarist was laughing and he said, hey, wait till you hear this thing, it actually sounds really good. He plugged it in and I have to confess it did sound absolutely fantastic, and I couldn't believe that that little thing was driving a 412 cab. The next week at rehearsal, he brought in a pedal which was about this big. It was so small that the actual control on the pedal seemed to take over the pedal. It just had one knob on it. And I was like, what the hell is that thing? I can't remember what the exact pedal was called, but he plugged it into one of his massive stacks and it sounded absolutely fantastic. It really did sound great. And ever since those first moments, I have been really interested in getting Hotone on the channel. A few years ago now, Hotone released the Ampero, the original Ampero. It sounded absolutely great. I heard demos of it all over the place, sounding absolutely fantastic. I did reach out to Hotone a couple of times and I didn't hear anything back. However, just the other week, Hotone reached out to me, which I was super excited about. As soon as the email popped up on my phone, I was like, this can't be the real Hotone, you know, because I've been chasing them for so long. Anyway, they got in touch with me and they said, we have a brand new exclusive product that we want to send out to you. And here it is today. It is the Ampero Mini. So what we're going to do in today's video is I'm going to unbox this pedal and run through the specs and stuff, which will be the first video. The second video will be of me just going through all of the presets on the pedal. And then after then, the next video will probably be me dialing in and just jamming it on some of my own patches that I've made, my own presets, my own tones. And then after then, I will probably do another video where this thing will be in a mix. So let's get on with it. Let's unbox the Ampero Mini. First of all, I don't know what colour they've actually sent me, and the reason I'm saying that is because for those of you that don't know, the Ampero Mini actually is available in loads of different colours. I don't know why other pedal brands don't do that. It is quite a quirky thing, and I know it's only aesthetics, you know, it's only how the pedal looks, but it is really cool. This thing comes in some really sick colours. While I'm unboxing this thing, the colours that are available in this pedal at the moment on launch will be coming up on your screen as we speak. Right, so first impressions on it, comes in a nice, neat, tiny box like this one right here. It's pretty plain, it doesn't give away much on the box. I'm quite excited, strangely enough, to see what colour they've actually sent me. I think the reason that Mini is in this rainbow type colour here is they are probably all the colours that it is available in. But yeah, let's check it out, let's see what they've sent me. I'll be honest, before I actually look at this thing, I really want the purple one. Okay, purple's one of my favourite colours. Orange I absolutely love as well, and there's like a yellow, like a racing yellow. I don't know the proper names of them, but there's a racing yellow type colour as well. That's also very cool. But let's see what colour they have sent me. On top there is the manual instructions. It's not actually a manual, it's it's orange. So that's pretty good actually, because it wasn't my number one pick, but it probably was my number 2 or number 3 pick colour-wise. So that's pretty fluky. Thank you very much, Hotone. So yeah, you get this with it. It's not really a manual, but it's a card that shows you everything on it so you can get started there. Quick start guide. Okay guys, so you get an adapter with this thing as well, which is pretty cool. It's also very cool that this thing runs off, by the look of it, a 9-volt adapter. Okay, so if anything does go wrong, you can rig this up to your pedal board and power it from there. You don't need like a kettle lead style adapter or anything like that. Oh, they have, so I don't know whether you all get these, but I've got these things, you know, that go on top of the foot switches there that make them a bit bigger, a bit easier to hit, a bit easier to see as well on a stage. This is obviously a USB connection, so you can connect this thing to your PC or your Mac using the free software. Let's get this thing out of the box. So it's smaller than I expected. I know it's the Mini, obviously, so it's going to be small, but this thing is super cute and super small. It's actually a matte finish on there, satin finish on the pedal, but it does look good. I'll tell you something, it's actually heavy and it feels pretty sturdy, pretty well built. One thing I will say is I don't know the retail price of this thing at this time while I'm shooting this video. This product has not been released yet. I have been sent a PDF file so I can run through it and tell you exactly what this thing is capable of doing, which I will do just in a minute. It's over there on the screen on my Mac. But looking at this thing, you can power it with a 9-volt adapter there, which is really cool, like I've already said. Your USB output is there, so you can rig it up to your Mac and probably edit it in there via the software. There is your volume control. You have a headphones out and also an auxiliary in, so you can put headphones on a night and you can jam along to your favorite tunes. You've got a simple input and output there, and you also have a jack here on the side where you can plug into it like maybe an expression pedal or something like that. You have a simple 2 foot switches on the front to flick through your presets. I have to say I can't wait to plug this thing in because all the demos I've heard of the previous Ampero models have been absolutely fantastic, especially for high gain stuff, which is what I mainly use. Right guys, so now I'm going to read out the specs for you guys and the features on this pedal from the PDF which has been sent to me via Hotone. So in the features it says ultra compact amp modeler and effects processor, powerful dual core DSP platform, ensure Ampero grade tone quality. CDCM and Fire modeling system ensures high-end tonal expressiveness and realistic playing experience. 24-bit signal processing. Iconic touch screen. Right, so that's really interesting. This thing has a touch screen, which I actually didn't realize until I just read that here with you guys now. So this opens it up even more. So on first impressions, I thought you have to rig this up to your Mac to set the whole presets up and then flick through them using these 2 buttons. But on the fly, on the floor, you will be able to use a touch screen to do it, which is a big relief actually. It wouldn't be a problem setting it up on the Mac, but to put a touch screen there, what you can navigate around on such a small pedal is pretty cool, and I'm assuming that this thing is pretty affordable as well, so that's pretty nifty having a touch screen on there. It has a USB-C port for firmware upgrading, loading, editing, managing effects, IRs via free Mac PC software for the use as our USB audio interface. Very interesting. Up to 9 simultaneous effects modules. So basically you can pull in on that touchscreen up to 9 effects at one time. Also, the really important thing for me here is that you can load your own favorite IRs into this thing, and it also comes with IRs as well. Now for me, if the IRs are good that are built into this thing, then I will have no reason to load my own in, but it is always nice to be able to load your own IRs in as well. So having an IR loader built into this thing is pretty crucial for getting that perfect metal tone, especially if you guys have your favorite IRs lying around on your Mac or your PC. So as we've already said, there's a user custom IR loader and third-party IR support, specially designed input jack for both electric and acoustic instruments, 198 presets, and like I said guys, I will be going through those presets. The first playing video that you see of this pedal will be me going through those presets. That's going to be a really long video because I'm going to hit all 198 of those. Ampero style acoustic effects and patches. Built-in drum machine with 100 patterns. That is a real cool feature. Okay guys, so the built-in drum machine feature is something that I would use regular. I'm yet to find an effects processor with built-in drum patterns and sounds that sound good, that are pleasing to the ear. There are plenty out there that have drum patterns, drum loops on, but as far as metal goes, you know, as a metal player, they aren't really good enough, you know, to use for metal purposes. They are a lot more easier and a lot more pleasant to play along to if you're the type of guy that wants to practice playing to a click, you know. Obviously putting a drum pattern in there to keep time and to practice your time and to keep things tight is more interesting and better than using a boring click. But I'm yet to find a processor with really good drum patterns on for metal players. So it'll be interesting to see what those are like. Can't wait to check those out. So the Ampero also has a built-in looper with max 100 seconds recording time, 2 assignable foot switches with halo LEDs, authentic stereo output processing, external controller jack for connecting external foot switches and pedals. That's the one that we discussed earlier when we unboxed the pedal. Customizable main display modes and theme colors. And obviously you can select different languages as well. Road ready lightweight aluminium casing, and like I already said, a 9-volt DC power supply included. 199 effects we have on this thing, which is way too many for me, but it is a hell of a lot of fun and it's a lot of bang for your buck. What we have to do now, guys, is see if this thing sounds any good. Okay, it's as simple as that. The next demo, which will be part 2, we will be checking out all those, was it 198 presets, I think it was. I'll probably skip through the acoustic ones, obviously, but I will play for at least some time on all of them, check them out and see what they sound like. Please do not forget to subscribe before you leave so you guys can see the next part of this demo where we are playing through the presets. And more importantly, what I want you guys to do right now is go down there below in the comments, especially if you already own or have played the previous Ampero models. Let's see if this Mini can live up to the hype that the first Ampero got. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon.